Good morning, this is World Talks here on TVP World. My name is Anna Kalczyńska. October is the month when the world turns pink. The Pink October campaign reminds us all about the importance of breast cancer awareness, early detection and support for those affected. Today we're joined by someone who's using her platform and influence to make a real difference, Maja Todd, the reigning Miss Polonia and an advocate for women's health. With her energy and authenticity and global reach as well, Maja is inspiring us all to take charge of our well-being. So good morning, Maja. Thank you for being with us here in the studio.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So Pink October is known worldwide as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pageants celebrate beauty and stage and the strength on stage, whereas this campaign and October movement celebrates same qualities in the hospitals and at homes. So how has being part of this campaign has also shaped your understanding of beauty?
Well, something that is really important to me in pageantry and as Miss Polonia is the platform that it gives and the voice primarily. So for me, what that means is the impact that I can have in terms of speaking to women of all ages, especially young women that wouldn't necessarily check themselves, wouldn't necessarily go and get themselves checked for breast cancer. So that's one of the things that I'm focusing on at the moment. And as an ambassador of the Dotykam Wygrywam foundation, so we could call that I touch, I win. So it's all about testing yourself and how testing and prevention is even more important than what's to come later than treatment. That we have to test ourselves and fight the taboo about it all, and that's really how I see my role in all of this, in Pink October, is to speak about the topic, to make it not strange, to make it a comfortable topic for women, for girls as well. So yeah, that's...
Why do you think it's such a taboo still? We know well that breast cancer is unfortunately still a very serious disease and most common diagnosed of all cancers. But if early detected, it is curable in 99%. So why do women, why are women so reluctant to checking themselves?
I think as women, we are reluctant in general to talk about our bodies. It's of course moving forward and it's getting so much better through people that talk about the issue. However, it is still very much a taboo topic. We are embarrassed to talk about checking ourselves, and I think that's the biggest problem, especially well, actually, I think in women of all ages, because in terms of young women, perhaps we're more embarrassed because we don't have the experience to, or the knowledge to know that we should be doing this. And maybe in terms of older generations, it was perhaps sexualized and was made even more of a taboo earlier on. So that's one of the biggest problems because, as you said, 99% of early diagnosed cases can be cured. So that's really important.
And who should be more pressured to raise the awareness, you think? Teachers at school, mothers too, versus their daughters, or perhaps doctors? Who is the one who should take on the role, the leading role?
Well, I think it's a combination of all of these really influential people, whether it's people in the public space or people that that girls and women come into contact with on a daily basis. So teachers, that is very important. However, as we know, that's not necessarily taught in schools to check yourself. So now, as I will be, in my preparation for the Miss World Festival, I will be, talking with a large amount of young people and young girls, and that's also something that I would like to touch upon, because as you said, this is one of the, teachers are so influential, and just people that young people come into contact with. So I think I would love to spread the word and use my voice, which I have, just been given now, and use it for good.
It's a worldwide campaign, Pink October movement. However, do you know, is there one particular country which deals better with raising awareness, with prevention of the cancer, and with dealing then with the disease?
Well, actually, Poland has a lot of campaigns tackling, the disease and Pink October. One of which is what I mentioned before, Dotykam Wygrywam, I touch, I win. And I think it's amazing how the campaign has been turned into something fun and entertaining, because I'm not sure if you've seen the bra recycling that's been going on all around Warsaw in Pink October. So that's one thing. Also, the foundation that I work with has an app where you can collect points for doing self-checks, going to get the correct bra fitted. Also, there's something called Pogadanka, which is talking about breasts and bras, and all of that is breaking the taboo of talking about breast cancer, but also it's turning checking yourself into something, into not a chore, but something that you want to do. Perhaps it's not pleasant still, but something that we feel more inclined to do because it's not, a chore, as I said.
You've touched upon it. It's a disease that's often seen as something that would happen to older women. So if you were to speak to young audience, what would you say?
I would say don't feel immune. I think that's an issue, something that I didn't think about before. On the Miss Polonia grouping, where we had talks and workshops about breast cancer awareness, I didn't think that it was something that could touch me. I must admit, and after that, it really opened my eyes to what could happen. How I'm also, as a young woman, predisposed to this, and that's very important. So I would say don't feel immune and check yourself. It's very important. Don't feel embarrassed. And first and foremost, most importantly, if you feel something, then talk about it straight away. Tell your doctor. It's better to check something that, maybe isn't dangerous than to not check it at all.
Absolutely. Have you had a chance to speak to cancer breast survivors, and have they inspired you somehow?
Yes. When I attended the Estee Lauder breast cancer event, from which I got this beautiful pin here, I was able to talk to breast cancer survivors, and their stories were so incredibly touching, because it seemed so, obviously they were so relatable, right? So hearing from women in person that have overcome breast cancer, and just seeing how strong they are, how normal they are, their mothers, daughters, sisters, just like us, and that's what we have to remember. So it was incredibly, incredibly inspiring.
It's always very emotional.
Yeah.
I also have many friends who hopefully are safe today, but they really went through difficult times and difficult periods in their life. So, Maja, if we were here to tell our audiences what is prevention, what should be done in order to stay safe, what would you say?
I would say to stay safe, the most important thing is educate yourself on how to properly check yourself, how to perform a self-examination, but also, of course, go and get your scans done, get your tests, test if you are genetically predisposed to the condition as well. All of these things are incredibly important when it comes to breast cancer prevention.
I think many women just are afraid of touching themselves anyway because they feel that perhaps they might get it wrong, first of all. And second, they don't want to be scared. And being scared is not something that we would like to think about.
Yes, it's uncomfortable, isn't it?
It's not comfortable. However, truth is the best remedy, right?
Yeah.
We should be absolutely preventing it if only we can. So how can your followers join you in supporting you in your effort in spreading the awareness about Pink October and breast cancer prevention?
Yes, well, we are very active on social media, spreading awareness about breast cancer prevention. We're talking about the campaigns, about Pink October. There's so many events on right now that spread awareness, and through our social media, you can also find links to tutorials on how to properly examine yourself, and that's very, very helpful, I think, because not everyone, because of the uncomfortable aspect, would like to, Google how should I check myself. If it's on social media, if it's something that you're just scrolling on and you come and stumble upon a tutorial, then I think that can really make a difference, because it shows people that wouldn't necessarily go out and look for tutorials on how to check themselves. It shows them how they can do it and that they should do it.
Maja, so when is your next stage of the contest, beauty contests worldwide?
Well, next year I will be participating in the Miss World Festival, the Miss World pageant. That will be in the early stages of next year. So through doing interviews and charity work, and also workshops that I will be doing through my university as well, I'm preparing for the Miss World competition, also through doing singing and sports. There's so many different aspects to that. So
many different aspects.
So I'm preparing.
Absolutely. But thank you so much for being so engaged and for your activism here in this field, which is very important. So thank you so much for using this platform to spread the awareness and also encourage women to take responsibility for their own health. Maja Todd, thank you so much for being with us here today, and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
And all the best next year. Thank you so much for watching World Talks here on TVP World, and see you soon.